Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. We found a pickup truck. Crazy cheap. Won the bid. This one came from Copart, was just delivered, and the winning bid, $1,875. Obviously, for that price, and because I got it from Copart, it's going to have some issues, and we'll go over the issues. 2010 GMC Sierra Crew Cab. It has a towing package, also has the Rhinoliner bed liner. Very dirty inside now, so plenty to clean, but goes well beyond that, has some mechanical issues, some body issues, but the foundation, the frame, and the body as a whole is solid, and I can't wait to dig into it. What I picked the truck up for was to team this up with a trailer so I can pull auction cars home, so I don't have to take somebody with for an extra person for a ride. So we're going to wash this thing because they always look so much better after their first wash. We're going to clean it up so we can look at it and see what we have to work with. Let's get to it. We'll wash the wheels, give it its first bath at Apex Auction Car Headquarters. Very dirty. As usual, everything I get needs the headlight restoration. I'm going to do that since it will probably end up being mine. I'll do it the right way, shave that factory clear off and put PPF. We have some transfer, very dirty. Wheels are crazy dirty. Let's wash this thing up so we can look at the paint, see what condition it's in. It has its boo-boos, but overall is very solid, especially the frame. Starting off with the wheels, these are really bad. I don't know how long that's been baked on there. I don't know if it ate away at the chrome. We'll find out. So I'm going to start off with giving the Furies from Phoenix EOD a shot. I have some of that in this spray bottle here. Get it on here, let it dwell a bit. It should change color. Get the fender wells. Get things clean. Cleaner for rubber. Although these wheels, these tires are shot and they have to be replaced, but I got to get them clean. Immediately turning purple, magenta, whatever you want to call it. So we'll let this go for a couple minutes and we'll be right back. All right, been a few minutes. Looks like we might be able to get these pretty much completely clean just with the Furies, but let's see. Let's get a little bit more on there. Looks like if we have to, we'll grab something a little bit more aggressive than the brush, but looks like the wheel will completely be clean just using the Furies, which is good because they look pretty bad. Let me get something. Reach down in here and see if we can find something to scrub. Little scrubby brush. Don't want to go too aggressive on the chrome, but guys, if they're this bad, the wheel's already been abused. Let's get it clean. That should do it. My wheel well brush. Gotta have a clean wheel well. Tire. And thoroughly rinse. Well, it helps if I turn the water on, doesn't it? Sorry about that. So much better already. Okay, I'm going to get the rest of these wheels, the wheel well, the tires, and then we'll wash the rest of it. So much better with the wheels already. And thanks to Phoenix EOD Furies, all these wheels came clean without any help of any type of acidic wheel cleaner. Now, I noticed that's a different wheel. Yay. Now I have to find one of those because that's going to drive me crazy. All right, let's wash the rest of this thing. Definitely no protection on this one. Hell, it hadn't even been washed in years. So we just dry it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, this one's going to need some serious paint correction, and of course it's black, GM black. But that's okay. That's what we do. Well, so much better already. They always look so much better after their first bath. Getting back here at the shop, we have some reflection. Now this paint is horrible, black, neglected. It seems to be the theme here lately. As you can see, oxidation, some sort of a film, scratches, swirls, chipping clear. We're going to get this looking good, but I'm not going to make it perfect because it's going to be a work truck. One panel here repainted for sure. If you could look at the finish here, and then look at this finish. I don't know if you could see that. It's like blurry. That is textured clear from a horrible paint job. So this here will be a video on its own. I'll show you how to really smooth out a surface and turn really crappy paint jobs into a nice finish. We'll do that there with that panel. We do have little dings like that. PDR will take care of that. Surface blistering rust here, that's no big deal. I'll have that finished. That's on both sides. Typical moisture getting up in the inside there, laying in there. Very typical. I have to get a tail light. Some small issues that can be straightened out. It's a Z71 4x4 package. Now it does, let me take you over to the other side here. It has these pieces of trim. I don't know if somebody put these on aftermarket or it came like that, but they are coming off. We're going to take those off and keep them off. We'll take those off of this side. And then over here on the passenger side, they already are off, and we'll get the Wizzy wheel, 3M wheel. We'll take care of that and just leave it as is and really make it look good the way it is. I have no problem with that. Let me show you the interior. Absolutely disgusting and filthy. So we'll have videos cleaning up the interior. Hasn't been cleaned in a long time. We have some cracking up here in the dash. I don't mind that. Again, it's going to be a work truck. But it is going to be clean in here. I don't mind the cracking, but wait till you see back here. Yeah. Nasty. And what we will test the 3D fur reel or whatever it's called. We finally have something with the short, very stubborn pet hair, which is sometimes a real pain in the you-know-what to get off. So we'll have plenty of videos with the interior alone. Again, the bed liner is Rhino, finished. That's about as bad as it gets. Just a little bit of the paint peeling off all of the joints. Look good on this thing. Now the problem and the reason it went so cheap is because it has mechanical issues. Let me show you the loss type. This is Copart sticker, and they always have the loss type. Unknown. Well, it's known. It is now, since I bought it. Mechanical issues. But with the price of the truck, I have no problem doing this, and I'll show you what it is. So we're going to start this up, but we're going to do it briefly. So the engine light will stay on, and if you can hear that, now the oil pump is weak and failing. If you let it run for a little while, the oil pressure will drop down and it will start running erratically, and the engine light will start flashing. And it's time for an oil pump. Let me show you. We'll pop the hood and I'll take you under the hood and I'll show you what has to be taken apart just to get to the oil pump. It's not a crazy hard job, but it is time consuming because of all the stuff you have to take off. So this has the 5.3 liter V8 Vortec. There is plenty of room to work up front here, but you have to get just about everything off the front of the engine to get to the timing chain cover. So that means all of this stuff, the water pump. There's more room to work in here than there is a lot of vehicles to get to that stuff. Now we're going to hop underneath the vehicle and I'll show you what has to be removed there to get to the oil pump. So it's probably going to be hard to see because of these covers, but these covers come off. Then there's a cross member right there that goes across. We have to take that off. There's an oil pan that has to come off. And then, of course, along with the front of the engine, I mean, there's just a lot to remove just to get to the oil pump. But the oil pump is going to be underneath that cover up in there. inside the oil pan and behind the timing chain cover. Besides that, there's plenty of room when you flip the seat up there. We'll get things cleaned up. It's not crazy high off the ground when I do have to use this, which won't be regularly. Puppy will be able to jump up here, the furry shop manager, and she'll have plenty of room to find a place to relax or stand there and stick her head out the window. Now, it only has, only 146,000, but really it's not quite that much. Mostly pickups in my area are running 400,000 miles. Pickups are very popular in our rural area here. This does have the two-wheel, four-wheel high and low. CD player, I don't even know if this stuff.
Thank you for listening.
Yep, that stuff works. It does have air conditioning. It does have heat. Let's see if the window motors work and the windows go up and down. Yep. I didn't test that when I was there. When I was there to look at this quickly, it was just to see if it ran, and if it did, what was the problem? Okay, so all the windows work, all the window motors work. Seats aren't really ripped up. There's a small tear right here, which I'll be able to sew that shut. I'll make a video on that, how to do that. But the seats really, once they're cleaned up, aren't that bad. Now this paint isn't as bad, except for this spot here, as the Acura or the Lexus LX 470, but it's pretty bad. Let's see what we have to work with here. 6 mils. There should be plenty. I don't think this has been polished too much. 5.3. There should be plenty of clear here to shave. Now this has been repainted here, as you can see, so there's Bondo in there. When it jumps that high, guys, you know there's Bondo in this area. Probably blended it in up here so it'll be thinner. Yeah, absolutely. So all the damage is right here. Let's see. So all the damage is actually right here. How about back here? See? So right there is all the damage. That's why, guys, you need to get one of these in your hands if you buy cars in any manner. Cheap little tools here, and maybe not the most elaborate and most accurate, but once you learn how to use them, you'll learn how to utilize them and get the most out of them. How about the bed? 5.3. Tailgate. 4.5, a little thinner. 3.8, really thin. Yeah, so I'll have to keep in mind that the bed, we can't go crazy on the bed, but the body, we can really dig into it. All right, so that's what we're looking at when it comes to the paint, when we even get to that. There's a lot of issues we have to work on before we even think about the paint. Like ordering a wheel that matches. So we finally found a truck. It does need a little work. It's what I was looking for. Plenty of room for the shop manager back there. A sturdy frame and excellent foundation. We can do the rest. We can get the engine working right. It does shift properly. The transmission and the rear is fine. So we'll have to dig into the front of the engine, get that oil pressure up. The reason you hear that noise is because it's not properly pumping the oil up and circulating in through the engine. So it's kind of running dry. That's why we don't want to run it too much. I am going to send that away and let somebody else do that as I keep working on other cars. So I probably won't have a video on that. That would be a pretty long video. But once I get it back, we still have a lot of work to do. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you think of the GMC. $1,800 plus auction fees, a couple hundred. Transporting it here. I wasn't going to drive it here in that shape without the oil circulating. So that was a couple hundred. It's going to be around $1,500 to $1,600 to do the oil pump, and then with the parts included. Keep that in mind. We're going to need wheels and tires. It'll need to pass inspection, so I know it's going to probably need more like brakes, suspension parts, bushings, whatever else we come across. And then we'll get into correcting the headlights, making it look a hell of a lot better, cleaning up the interior, whatever else we come across. The wipers, I see we're making marks in the glass. I can already tell you those are too deep to go after, so I might get that windshield replaced. We'll see if that drives me crazy. But it's a good start. A lot of work to do. Let me know down in the comments section what you think of the price, what you think of the vehicles themselves. Are they known for engine problems, transmission problems? What do you know of them? I would appreciate the information, and maybe the viewers would as well. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning will catch you in the next video.